Orcas Public Library, and I have another book for you this week. And this week, I'm going to read you a story about a very special bird. A bird that we think about a lot at this time of year. A very big bird, and a bird that maybe says, gobble, 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 gobble. Did you guess it? Good. You didn't? Don't worry, because we're going to learn all about turkeys. The book we're reading is called All About Turkeys, and it's written and illustrated by Jim Arnosky. So if you don't know about turkeys, don't worry, because we're going to read about it. And this book was published by Scholastic Press, so we'll thank them for letting us read it here virtually. In fact, that's a very good word that we're going to keep practicing this week, which is thank you. Okay, let's open it up. Let's open it up. Have you ever wondered about turkeys? Where are wild turkeys found, and how do they live? And what do turkeys eat? And where do they sleep? And how big can a wild turkey grow? This book answers these questions about turkeys and more. It's all about turkeys. That's right. Turkeys are big, strong, hardy birds. Wild turkeys are very weary, and they may be the most weary of all birds. Most of the time you see wild turkeys, they are away in the distance. You can only see their dark shapes as they move or feed. Have you been lucky enough to see a wild turkey where you live? I hope so. And when seen much closer, those dark shapes become iridescent and shine bronze, red, and blue in the sunlight. Male turkeys, called toms, are larger than female turkeys, which are called hens. You can see one right there is a hen right there, and then right next to it is a tom. The males are more deeply colored than females and more apt to have a beard than females. Turkey beards grow from the base of their throat and hang down. There they are. Can you see the difference between the two? Good. All right. Turkey legs are long and heavily muscled. Turkey feet are large and equipped with broad, thick nails for scratching and digging around in the ground in search of seeds and fallen nuts, two very important turkey foods. And here's a picture of an actual size of a turkey footprint. Maybe you've seen some of those around. And if you look, there's a really sharp place there. It says male turkeys have sharp dagger-like spurs on their legs. These spurs are used for fighting and for defense. A turkey has no feathers on its head, only a scattering of short hairs. This is what one male turkey's head looked like to me, as seen enlarged through my telephoto lens. And then if you read more about it, it says that there's a snood that they have here, and sometimes that snood actually rises when it gets agitated, and it has all these bumpy areas which are called caruncles. That's right. The head and throat of a turkey can change color from overall gray and violet, like this one, when a bird is to the tri-colored red, white, and blue. The tri-colored happens when the turkey's excited and agitated. How well a turkey can smell, it's unknown. A turkey's hearing is excellent. Its eyesight, incredible. Turkeys can see the smallest, lightest movement 100 yards away. Where you see one turkey, you mostly see more. They travel in flocks, in part for the protection of such numbers of individuals that individuals provide, and in part because the best feeding and hiding places draws them together, kind of like people hanging out together. Turkeys are animals on edgelands, wherever field meets woods or brush borders open plain. On these edges they eat nuts, seeds, grains, berries, greens, and any insects that they can catch. In farm country, turkeys frequent cornfields after harvest when leftover kernels of corn remain scattered over the ground. Adult male turkeys are sometimes called gobblers after the loud gobbling sounds that they make when proclaiming their dominance. Can you make a sound like that? Can you? Gobble, 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 gobble. Maybe better than I did. That's right. Two gobblers claiming the same territory almost always results in vicious fighting. The combatants lash out at each other with their feet and sharp spurs, and fighting among gobblers can often end in death. During breeding season, which is late winter, early spring, gobblers become even more ill-tempered. They display their feathers and will attack for the slightest provocation from another gobbler. Look at them there. All right. When a gobbler displays its tail feathers, its head colors deepen, its wattles swell, and its caruncle, and what's this thing called? Its snood lengthens. That's right. They look beautiful though, don't they? The hen turkey makes her nest in a quiet, secluded, secret place. There in a shallow depression beside a boulder or at the base of a tree, she lays 8 to 18 large eggs. The eggs are tan and speckled brown to blend with the leaves and stones on the ground. And there's a picture of an actual size of a turkey egg. It's much bigger than a chicken egg. That's right. Baby turkeys are called poults. Very soon after they hatch, turkey poults are out of the nest, and then the nearby grass is catching protein-rich insects that they need for rapid growth. Can you see that? The faster they grow, the better off they are in a world full of animals that like to eat turkeys. Turkey poults are killed by hungry foxes, coyotes, skunks, owls, and in our area, raccoons. As they grow bigger and stronger, young turkeys are less vulnerable to attack from small predators. A full-grown turkey weighs 15 to 17 pounds and is a powerful bird. It takes a coyote, a wolf, bobcat, mountain lion, or human hunter to kill one. Look at it. And it says, turkeys tend to run from danger, going into flight, bursting at the very last resort. They're fast runners. A turkey's wings are built for short bursts of flight rather than long distance flying. Even so, turkeys can cover a lot of distance in the air. A flock of turkeys may alternate between feeding areas that are miles apart, and the birds fly from one feeding spot to another. Turkeys can fly fast, up to 15 miles per hour. They can fly high, clearing the tops of 80-foot-tall trees, but most of their flight is low over fields between tree trunks or up to the branches of their roost tree. the tree where they spend the night. Turkeys are not winter migrants. They stay in the same general area all year long, sleeping in the same trees night after night, high and safe from ground predators. Some roost trees are small with limbs enough for only a half dozen turkeys. Other roost trees are high enough for a whole flock of turkeys. Wow. Turkeys are survivors. Even in places where deep winter snow covers the ground 7 months of the year, resident flocks of turkeys make it through. Today, the wild turkey can be found in the north, south, east, and west. After so many years of decline, the wild turkey is seen by more people in more places than ever before. Maybe you've seen one. I hope you have. Now, I hope that answered a couple questions that you had about turkeys. That's a pretty good book. I'm pretty thankful for the bird that we have, that we get to see around here, and I hope that you have a very good, thankful week. We will be here on Saturday for Storytime at 11, and if you can't reach us then, that's okay. We have another Storytime story for you next week, so we will see you then. I hope you have a very good Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.